Part of what I'm getting here, I don't think the message has fully come through yet, but part of what I'm getting here is that this because this is to clarify this obstacle or challenge for, this happily ever after for the relationship. Maybe you guys have stretched yourselves too thin. And so now you're one or both of you is like perhaps overly, committed. And you're trying to figure out how to restructure things within the relationship. One of you might have gone through a hard time recently, and you're trying to figure out kind of how to get out of it and how to move past it. So that might be, it's possible that might be where this is coming from. Maybe this person or this thing has gone through a hard time, and that applies to a job too. Jobs can go through layoffs and downsizing and, all that kind of stuff. So it's possible that this could still, what I'm saying, could still apply to like a work type deal. But maybe that's where that defensive energy is coming from. Maybe that's why they're kind of on the defensive, is because they've recently kind of gone through a tough time. And now maybe they're trying to figure out how to kind of rebalance and shift things around. Maybe they had some kind of major, and so now they're trying to figure out how to like reintegrate that into this relationship. And I think, Libra, you're really trying to be supportive here for this person or this thing. You might just be going at it a little bit too. You might be, or maybe overly enthusiastic. I'm trying to kind of find the right ideas to kind of share with what I'm sensing with this, but I think you probably get the idea. Maybe just, they may need to they're clearly going through something is what I'm getting. I think this is what's keeping you guys from this happily ever after. I think the person or the thing you're thinking about is going through something, and they may need some time to figure out how to kind of rebalance their life and maybe their life with you, is what I'm getting from this. What might be frustrating you, Libra, is that it's likely that you already kind of see a solution for them, and that they might be making things more complicated than they need to. I'm getting that from the Eight of Swords. They might be making things a little more complicated, but you know what? If people aren't ready to hear something, we can say it as many times as we want. We can say it in different ways, but if they're not ready to receive it, it's just gonna fall on deaf ears, right? So it's something for you to think about, okay? So let's dig into this person, all right? Or this thing. I really kind of want to see what this defensive energy is about. So let's take a look at that first, okay? So for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, let's get some clarification, please, for this Five of Staves related to the current energy that the person or thing they're thinking about is in. Why are they in this defensive, possibly confrontational type of energy? Why is the person or thing Libra's thinking about in this Five of Staves energy, please? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I think that reinforces what we just talked about with these cards. The reason the relationship is struggling is because, I'm guessing it's the person you're thinking about, Libra. They're really kind of going through something. They might be having to reinvent themselves. there's a restructuring of some variety kind of going on in their life, and I think this kind of reinforces it. So this might be why they're coming through as in this kind of defensive, possibly a bit confrontational type of energy. This is the Three of Pentacles. So they are working on something. They are trying to, this could be, they're trying to recreate themselves. Maybe they're having to put themselves out there into the world in a way that they never have before. And, maybe they just don't deal well with change, and they don't deal well with anxiety. And so, that could definitely be causing this type of energy. And the newness is coming out loud and strong here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So because of whatever shift has happened for them, they might be needing to find new ways of approaching and doing and thinking about things with the Ace of Swords. And it could even be tied to work for them, right? We have Two Pentacles sitting here. Maybe they got laid off. It could be something like that. Maybe they got laid off. And now they're like scrambling because it's the holiday season and it's not easy to get hired at this time. And so it could be that type of thing, right? They're needing to start something new. They're needing to change something. And it might be really causing a lot of anxiety and stress for them. And so that might be why they're in this defensive energy. They might also be scrambling to try to find a job so they can pay their bills next month. So that if you guys are living together, you're not getting stuck with it. I mean, it could be, right, this is a general reading, take what applies. But that's kind of what I'm getting. I think, Libra, the person that you're thinking about is really kind of going through something, and you might need to give them a little bit of space to kind of figure it out. All right, because they're in a lot of new energy. And, so this might be your Magician related to why you're here. Maybe you're trying to help them figure out how to do this Three of Coins. How do you reinvent yourself? How do you put yourself back out there? Maybe you're offering to help them with their resume or their LinkedIn profile or whatever the case is, right? And maybe it's just getting a little bit too overwhelming for them is kind of the message that I'm getting, okay? Sometimes we want to help so much that maybe we overstep our boundaries a little bit sometimes, okay? That is what I'm getting. Okay, so where are we? We're 22 minutes, so let's take a look at this Judgment card in reverse for what they want from the relationship, okay? So for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, please get clarification on this Judgment card in reverse for the thing or the person that Libra is thinking about and what they ultimately want from this relationship. What does the person or thing that Libra is thinking about ultimately want from this relationship? To clarify this Judgment in reverse, please. The Blasted Beach, which is the Tower. The Queen of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles. From the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, I'm getting that whatever, here's that shift and that transition we've been talking about the whole time, right? The Tower is a sudden, unexpected thing that comes, all right, that we don't really have control over. And so that kind of ties into the energy that I've already been tapping into. So they need something has shifted for them. I'm gathering that something has shifted for them already. If it hasn't, and this is really truly about your relationship, they need something to change. And if that is it, it's the stability and the security in the relationship. They need that to shift. They need to feel a little bit more stable and secure in the relationship. Okay? If it's a work thing for them, if they've gone through like a layoff, like we just talked about, and they're scrambling right now to put themselves back out there and reinvent themselves, so this would kind of represent that sudden change from the layoff. Same deal. You know, they're looking for some stability and some security. And so they might need that from you, Libra, at this time. So what do they want from the relationship? They need some stability and some security to help them get through this. Otherwise, if it's not a layoff type of situation, they need something within the dynamic, within your relationship to change so that they feel more stable and secure. So I'm going to take another little peek at this stability and security thing. So can we please get more clarification on the stability and security that the person that Libra is thinking about needs or desires, please? Get clarification on this Queen of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles, please. For the person that Libra is thinking about, this is Saturn. This is the world. This is all about finding our stability. This is an ending of a cycle and the beginning of a cycle. They need something to shift and they need something to change. That's reinforcing that again, okay? Could we please get some more clarification for the stability and security that the person that Libra is thinking about needs or wants from this relationship? Can I please clarify this Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles? The Queen of Swords, there you are. The King of Swords. And the Death card. What is going on here, y'all? Look at all this, like, change and transformation. We've got the World. We've got the Magician. I mean, what are you guys trying to do up in there? This is pretty serious energy, you guys. Well, hopefully their world wasn't turned upside down because of an actual death. I hope that's not the case. If it was, my condolences. Otherwise, this reinforces what we've been talking about, which is they need they need this relationship to be revamped. I mean, that's just screaming all over the place, right? There's, you know, we have the Tower, we have the World card. They need some stability and some security. And I'm getting from this that, you know, from all these change cards that they may not have that right now. And then we have like a true pair. We have the Queen and the King of Swords that came out right together. And what do they want from this relationship? I think they want the same thing that you want ultimately, Libra, because your energy for what you want from the relationship was the Two of Cups. And now we've got the Queen and the King together for, you know, to help clarify what they want. And this is a strategic couple, right? This is a couple that knows how to plan and how to kind of think through and problem solve things, right? Which aligns with what we've been talking about. So I think there is a problem here to solve, which might be, Libra, while you're in this Magician energy, you're trying to help them figure out how to solve this problem. You might be being a little aggressive about that problem solving, as we can be. But ultimately, I think that's what they want. They want somebody who they can strategize with and problem solve with. You might just need to tweak your approach on how you're going about it a little bit with them, okay? Might be just a little on the aggressive side for them. But they do want it. You know, I think they ultimately want what you want. You might just need to kind of change your approach a little bit, okay? So this seems to be like a big, like you guys are going through like a big change, a big restructuring, a big shift of some variety, just in time for the holidays. Isn't that wonderful? All right, let's get you a parting message or two from the Animal Spirit Oracle. Some advice or inspiration for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus tied to this relationship. That's too many. What advice or inspiration can we give to Libra for this relationship? Dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. These cards are so gorgeous. I don't know if you can come up with a couple that speaks more truth to each other than the Queen and the King of Swords. You know? So I don't know what kind of advice you're giving, Libra. This is just, you know, food for thought. Maybe I'm getting this message. It might apply for some of you, so, you know, take what resonates. But maybe, again, I don't know what kind of advice you're giving, but if you are giving advice, I think the message here is to make sure that it is it's like, what's the word? That it's actionable, right? So it's not just like oh, hey, wouldn't this be nice to try this, or wouldn't it be nice to try that? I don't think that they need ideas per se right now. I think they need strategy that they can actually action, right? Because they're craving the stability. They're craving stability and maybe a little bit of nurturing. Maybe they need a little bit of pampering too right now. So this might be a message for you, Libra, to be mindful about the type of advice you're giving. You might, you know, if you're in this Knight of Swords energy, you might just be like, oh, hey, I thought of something else. Oh, hey, how about this? Oh, hey, let's try this. Or, hey, did you think about this? It might be becoming a little bit overwhelming for them. It's a possibility here, okay? Let's get you one more. Spider spirit. Make your dreams real. And I think real is the operative word here, okay? So again, if you're full of ideas, which you probably are, and you're trying to share them, right? Because you're trying to help, again, this reinforces, like, make sure that the things that you're saying and the things that you're suggesting are actually actionable and relevant for this person. And maybe pick and choose too. So if you're like really in the Knight of Swords energy and you're just like overflowing with ideas, you might want to, before you say it to them, you might want to sit on it for a day or something, or maybe keep a list, right? That's always a good thing. Like, keep a list of all the ideas that you have and the ways to help them and what you can help do for them or what they could do for themselves. And maybe think about it before you say it to them, because you may find that, you know what, of these 10 things I wrote down, probably only 3 really apply for where they're at and what they're ready to hear or what they're ready to do. So maybe I'll just suggest these 3 things instead of all 10 of these things. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.